Okay, burning. Now here's something that I brought just to show you some more burning. It got a little more sophisticated, and the irons got a little more sophisticated, and so if you want to look at that, that's the mulberry, that piece there. Okay. Another experiment was making. I did a whole platter, and what I did was I wire brushed the whole inside and the outside. What possessed me, I don't know, but it's fur, and the texture is wonderful. I think the texture is what convinced me to do that. This is a good thing to do. This is a fun thing to do if you guys are so inclined. Wire brushing really works well, especially on softwood like pine, redwood, fir, anything like that has a strong grain but is soft, soft material. That works really, really well if you guys want to try that. It's a wire wheel and a drill. I put a small copper wire wheel in a drill and mask off the areas where you don't want the drill to hit.
What diameter wheel is it, Jim?
It's a inch and a half, you know, 2 inches sometimes. You buy them at Home Depot.
Is the lathe spinning?
They're on a drill shaft. Yeah, the lathe is spinning, and the brush is spinning against it. You know, opposite against it.
Is this a Dremel tool?
No, it's a wire wheel that you put in it, set in a drill.
This is pine?
No, no.
Well, you could set the lathe in reverse and have the...
You could if you. Yeah, I didn't have a lathe that went reverse, so I still don't have a lathe.
Jim, is this pine?
Fur.
Pass it around.
That's it? Okay. All right, here you go. Candlesticks. How many guys make candlesticks? You ever tried doing something like this?
No.
Huh? They're pretty cool. Birch.
Doesn't look like ozonic stuff.
No. But
Ken,
they're some. I thought they were very interesting. I thought maybe you guys would like to see that. I don't think I've ever brought these in.
No, a lot of this stuff we'd never see.
Yeah, it's possible.
On that wire brushing,
Yeah.
did you just use a stationary brush and went against it?
No,
How'd you do it?
it's a wire wheel. Wire wheel and a drill.
and it cuts.
And the lathe is
The
turning?
lathe is turning and the wire wheel is turning opposite. You know, so you know what I mean. And that's how you get that effect.
And it takes the wood.
It takes the wood right out except for the hard. It takes the soft and leaves the hard. And that's how you get that texture. It's beautiful. I do that a lot. I have used it many times. I just thought, you guys would like to see that. And now, you don't have to pass those. Candlesticks. Just a couple of branches, birch branches, that's all. And now I'm going to show you this. Yeah, now this guy, right there. This guy here is my pride and joy. It's probably the best piece I ever turned. Just something about it. I mean, the lines up is just perfect. I mean, in my eye. It's just one of the finest things I've ever done. And I'm really, really happy with this piece.
What's the wood?
It's mulberry. Again, mulberry. It's been dinged up a little bit. But it stays in my house. I look at it every day.
What is the wood?
Mulberry.
Nice figure.
Mulberry, yeah, it's very pretty. But the form is about the best
It's lovely.
damn form I ever did. Ever. So. And that's it, guys. Jim? No, it's perfect.
Jim, could you talk about the fair curve? Something that you spoke
Well, that's it right here. You know, a fair line is a line that does not have a corner or a shoulder. No corner, no shoulders, no dips. A fair line is used, they use it in shipbuilding, is what they do. And when they say a vessel has a fair line, it's when you're looking up at it, you guys look at a sailboat, from stem to stern, it's got a fair line. And that's what they mean by a fair line. No little dips or no corners, no shoulders. In other words, when I say, and it's hard for me to do now, but a fair line, let's say, not that.
No straight section.
No straight section, but nothing like that either. Straight, nothing like that. Just a continuous curve, no break in the curve whatsoever. And that's what you have to do. Now, there's no break in this curve. There's no shoulder. There is a shoulder. There's that area right by the feature ring. This should have been narrower. This should have been wider. And then the line could have continued in a fair form.
Jim, could I ask you a question?
Yes.
It's a very difficult thing to achieve, as Jim just said, consistently.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked from a pattern or a shape and maybe cut out the pattern with cardboard or wood or
Make a
something?
template?
A template, thank you.
Yeah.
And then turn the piece to fit your shape.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Yes, I have not a template. I've never used a template, but I have drawn something so I could look at it. What I do when I'm turning, I put a black background behind the piece that I'm turning, and make sure that you are very, very well lit. You got light everywhere, okay? And if you have a black background, there's nothing to distract, nothing to take your eye off the piece. Nothing to distract you. There's no tools, no things hanging on the wall, no whatever it is. If you just have a black background, what I take is I have a 1/4 inch piece of melamine. It's about 2 feet by 2 feet. I don't turn anything bigger than that. So, and I'm fortunate that I have a bench leg. So I can put the piece right on the bench, I lean it back, and all I see is the piece and black. That's how you'll achieve this. That's how you will achieve that line. You stop, you look at it, you just keep looking at it. It got to the point where I was spending a lot of time on the outside surface, on the outside, just to form. You know, once your eye gets used to it, once you get that eye, you'll see those little bumps and little flat spots and things like that. And the black just makes it stand right out.
Jim, when you're looking for that, and it's the slightest little imperfection in there, what I do is I take a very wide sheet of sandpaper and go over that shape, and that takes all of the eye spots off, takes the shape.
Yeah, if you get to that point, I mean, you're talking about tooling. I'm not talking about tooling.
Even you're talking about that fair curve. You have that
Yeah,
fair
I know.
curve.
Yeah, I know.
You take a wide piece of paper, that will naturally take that curve.
Well, I don't like to use sandpaper to shape things.
Well,
I don't think that's the way you should go about.
I'm just talking
I think
about
you should go.
finding the perfect
Well,
shape.
I'm just saying. I don't like to do that.